Hey guys, it's Postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video, and in today's video I'm going to be covering you every piece of information you guys need over the last 3 to 4 days with all the Fortnite news we've got leading up to Season 2. Now Season 2 is going to be super hype, so let me know in the comment section down below if you're excited for Season 2, let me know what you're expecting in it, what would you like to see in it, just in general, comment down below your opinions. Also, if you're new around here, smash that subscribe and don't forget to go and support me further in the item shop with code Postboxpat. We have roughly 1,000 supporters and I'm still trying to aim for the goal of my brand new PC. We're working towards it very slowly, so if you haven't already got someone in that support creator section, or you've got a free slot, or you just want to change it over to me, go and use code Postboxpat to support the channel. I am an Epic Games partner, so I do receive a small amount, so thank you so much everyone who is supporting me on that side of stuff. Alright, so where are we going to start with this? Well, the first piece of news I want to start with is actually one of the theories which is going around with the mutations, and that's this on screen right now. So this image has been circulating all over Twitter recently. I've seen it in my feed so many times, and this is from the Harley Quinn kind of teaser that we got / trailer type thing. There was like mutated versions of these skins which we received in Chapter 2 Season 1. So I don't know if this is something to do with obviously the power station, which is powered by Kevin the Cube, exploding as we see in the trailer in the bottom right image, but maybe this could be something potentially in that Chapter 2 Season 2 Battle Pass, or even just part of a mutation type thing. The confusing thing about it is, to me, I just think maybe this is just the graphical design of it, but then again, when you think about it, they wouldn't really mutate some of them skins that much. Like generally, like look at the top 2 mainly, they look so mutated, it's crazy. So that's what makes me think it is potentially going to be a thing, or is it just something for the art that they did? It maybe could that, because obviously Harley Quinn is just a crazy character, so he just thought they'd go crazy with the skins in the art on that picture. So that's what I'm thinking, but you know, let me know in the comments again what you guys think of that one. It's quite an interesting one to talk about. The next one I've got to talk about is Happy Power's awesome concept he created with the Oreo skin being part of the tier 100 set, which you can see here and in the thumbnail. This is a great concept from my friend Happy Power, and he's done a great job with it, so shout out to him. I absolutely love this, and I think definitely it is something which we could see as that tier 100 skin because of the gold storyline that we've got going on at the minute. I'm going to make a separate video on the entire storyline for you guys to get you guys up to date where this gold has come from, when's it going to start appearing and stuff like that. I want to talk more about that in tomorrow's video, but for now we'll just leave it as that. This potentially could be the tier 100 skin. If you've not seen my previous one, my previous video, I do mention a little bit about the gold on the map change video. There's a great theory on there. Go and check it out after this video if you haven't already. Okay, so some more news that we've got for you guys is coming from one of my old sources, Fortnite Intel, and they've actually discussed potentially what we could be receiving in Chapter 2. So this is some quite interesting stuff, and there is quite a lot on here. So first they talk about power leveling and how it's kind of annoyed them with all the things popping up on screen. So for an improvement of quality of life within Fortnite, they've requested for that to be removed. I personally, I did find it kind of annoying, but it wasn't something at the top of my list that would really be up there. There maybe should be an option to remove achievements popping up and sound actually being kind of sounded or played when you level up. So I think that would be interesting to kind of consider. The next one is land vehicles. Now, generally speaking, we all know that land vehicles are something which we just need inside of this map. We're all fed up of driving our boats across the roads and all that, and up hills when they get stuck and stuff like that. So it's a great topic and something which they've mentioned, and obviously they've mentioned about how we've all seen the ego cars around the map since the start of the season, so they should hopefully become a thing of the future in Fortnite. Fishing rod spawn rate adjustment. This is kind of interesting. So take fishing rods out of chest, nerf the fishing rod spawn rate, only spawn fishing rods in barrels. Interesting. I think maybe keep it in chest, but make it like an additional item in the chest and replace it with something else. You still can get it. I think fishing was a huge concept of this season, and hopefully in the next season we do get some new items with fish and stuff like that that you can fish out of the water. The next one is competitive mobility. This one's an interesting one, obviously, because we got the talk of the launch pad returning, which he did, and then now he's actually gone and said a little bit further about how he wants bounce pads, grapplers and impulses to both come back into the game. I think that would be a great addition for that Season 2, Is it going to happen? Probably not, because if they add a vehicle, I don't see them adding any more mobility, but we might see it. I think Season 9 was one of the best seasons for mobility with the slipstreams, so I definitely think Fortnite are going to do something new with mobility, maybe some sort of flippers or something that work in the water to drive you a little bit faster, maybe some sort of kind of like chilies around the map, more chilies that you can pick up to move faster, maybe some sort of hot rock type thing again, or some sort of just general thing which you consume and it increases your speed for a minute by double. Maybe something like that could be a potential mechanic that we could see this season, which is very, very interesting. And then they go further to talk a little bit about the competitive scene and how basically they want more mobility in that kind of competitive environment to make it bigger. And they also talk about how Epic recently banned pickaxe swings for competitive games. Obviously this is for a reason. The primary reason for this was the strategy, obviously because people were using it to indicate different things. So Epic will almost certainly add launch pads to competitive playlists, which makes sense. Kind of, I guess. It's not 100% confirmed. I'm really not too much into the competitive scene, as in like I don't play in it, but I enjoy watching it. My personal opinion on this would be that Epic will add mobility into the competitive scene within Season 2, but right now they're just keeping it on the low key for the time being. So that's everything from that post, which I thought was very interesting, and I hope you guys enjoyed some of the information right there. So some of the other information I've got for you guys is coming from Trello, which is one of the sites that Epic Games use to report their bugs to their developers, and they use this software within, obviously in-house inside of the development studio or the office or wherever they are based. They're using this all the time to kind of communicate what bugs need fixing, what bugs need reporting from users or even them employees adding bugs to it. And obviously us as kind of consumers of Fortnite can go over to this and look at it and think to ourselves, you know, there's some interesting stuff on here. And some of the stuff that I look at, I can go through some of them through general topics. Is obviously the physics issue is a major thing. It does kind of indicate that the chaos physics system has been added in this update. I saw some Epic Games developers saying that it's been in the game the entire time and stuff, and how the physics have kind of already been there. And I don't know if it was directly from an Epic Games employee. That I don't think it was. They were kind of just saying that it's not really going to make any changes, but there is obviously huge changes potentially going to be added to this chaos engine system, which is in the works, but they just haven't actually released them in this update. They don't want to spoil everything for the next season, so obviously that's a good point to note right there. Obviously this issue is going to be fixed in the next point, but weak points not always being registered when you're obviously swinging at a car and you're hitting the weak points. They're not always being registered, so hopefully that's going to be fixed. Not just a car, but any item in the game you're destroying with your pickaxe is hopefully going to be fixed. It already has been fixed in the next release, so that's interesting. It's quite cool to see this. You can kind of see and grasp what Fortnite are working on and what they have fixed and what they've also kind of, there's so much we can go over this, so we'll go over a few more. Getting stuck on a loading screen after accepting an invite, that's been fixed in the next release. Friend selection scrolling issue, fixed in the next release. Unable to select traps with a controller when pickup indicator is on screen, that's fixed in the next update. Could not join a party message wrongly occurring, working at the minute. Investigating, obviously workaround included. Opening certain menus causes the chatbots to be inaccessible, workaround included. So when they say a workaround, try opening the menu and then closing it. This will bring up the chatbot's prompt. So this is obviously saying there's a workaround to be able to get around this bug, but they're obviously trying to fix it as well. Unable to place a trap, we've talked about that one already. Visual issue may cause Team Rumble players to look like they respawn with 1 HP. Interesting. The trap one's a little bit different. It's just the icon loading rather than obviously the pickup indicator. Same sort of bug there. They're going to be working on that at the minute. Still investigating some more issues with traps. Push to talk, spectating issue with controllers, workaround, please read update. There's a load of stuff they've actually fixed for the next season. Refund can block input in the lobby. That's obviously being fixed. Crash when selecting controller setting menu. That may result in blank controller layout. That has also been fixed. Temporarily unable to move or do any other action after emoting. That's been fixed. That's happening to me all the time, that one. Delaying movement after using movement key to exit inventory. That one's not happening to me that much. Players cannot disable parental controls. That has also been fixed as well. Picking up BNO teammate, down but not out teammates when trying to bring switch to the pickaxe. That's obviously being fixed in the next update. Increase in sniper rifle projectile at different ranges and stuff, so I'm not too sure exactly what that one's trying to describe, but hopefully that's going to be fixed in this update. And then there's a lot of stuff on creative and save the world and some mobile issues as well, which we're not going to go into too much. They're similar to the ones we've already got in the Battle Royale one. Obviously creative and save the world are two entirely different things, but we're not going to break them down too much. I know Save the World has got so many bugs I've been playing Save the World recently, and it's very, very buggy. It's like they're not putting much effort into it at all at the moment, so don't expect much from the Save the World side of stuff, but I definitely think Save the World is super, super buggy. So that's one of them things. But I really do hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Smash a like on it, smash the subscribe, and if you've made it right to the very end of this video, comment down below end of video, or for short just put end, and that'll let me know if you've made it right to the very end. Thank you so much everyone who's watched. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here, smash a like, and don't forget to go and support me further in the item shop with code Postboxpat, hashtag Epic Games Partner. As always, much love and respect to everyone supporting me on that side of stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and once again, this is Postboxpat signing out.